morning and welcome to Morning Coach Today. I am so glad you're with us. Hey, it's JB. Super pumped you're here. It is episode 5183. It is the 18th of December, and we are having a blast. It is Christmas week, even though next Monday's Christmas, which is going to make it interesting because Monday is one of our most important coach casts, right? This is the day to get organized, to give you the news, I give you everything we need to do. So the day after Christmas, if you miss Christmas, just listen to it because I will be here for Christmas and we'll make it work next week. I know we've got our book study on Tuesday following Christmas, so the next couple weeks are going to be a little awkward, but that's why we do it 365 days of the year, to make sure you're getting what you need, okay? And as always, we start our days off specifically Monday. This is the day to, number one, have the proper perspective, those 7 Ps. If you want to download it, put it right in front of you, you can. You know, set the daily priorities, which is so critical. Focus on improved performance. Always have patience, keep great posture, stay present, and persist. So critical we do those things. Excited that we now have some new apps. They're in beta, but we now have an iPhone app and an Android app. So we can't listen to CoachCast yet. It's coming. Okay, we're building that in. But everything else you can start to use in your apps. And I'm going to be restructuring and rebuilding a lot of our curriculum as we go into the first of the year. So just those apps are great right now for community. And the second thing is because a lot of the core structure and content we're going to be doing, and also the meetups we have. You can go on the app and actually watch the meetups and get connected there. So now you don't need the Kajabi app anymore or the Kajabi community app. Everything's integrated into one morningcoach.com app. And you can go to the homepage of morningcoach.com or just go into Google Play or go into the iPhone store and just search. I always say Google, but search for morningcoach.com. You can get those new apps, sign in, and then you are now set up with our new apps, which I am rebuilding, very important, rebuilding all the curriculum so it works on the web and in the apps. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done with the belt systems and structuring things out. So just please, as number 4 is in our P's, be patient, but the technology is really, really rocking. And that's what we're going to be doing this week. We're going to be talking about technology. We've got some amazing things happening. I'm sworn to secrecy on something big that's coming that's really going to change all of our lives. I'm just so excited about this, and I can't talk about it, but it's coming, so just wait, and you'll get that. But we're going to talk about technology today and some of the things that are going on in the world and how it is aiding and helping and things we've been doing that really make a difference. Tomorrow, we're going to continue with our Sacred 6 books, chapters 6 and 7. As we're working through our plan. The reason I chose my book is because it's just a great time to go through it as we build our plan. Wednesday, we're going to talk about systems, device, commitment. We'll talk a little bit about that today, but more importantly, we've got to make sure we understand what is the system that you're going to be using next year. What are you all in on, okay? Thursday, we've got Ask JB, which is, you know, where you ask me questions, and we get some some questions on privacy. So I want to hammer that one, and we're going to have a good one. How do you deal with privacy issues, especially with data? Going to be a good day. Don't miss that. Friday, then, we've got staying on top of your finances with technology. How do you do that? What can we do there? Some new technology coming. In fact, even some trading software that's really awesome that's happening. Saturday, of course, Dr. Paul has been bringing us great content every Saturday because health is wealth. It's one of the most important things we can do here. And then Sunday, happy Christmas Eve. I mean, we're into Christmas at that point. And then Sunday and Monday are going to be a little unusual. We'll work through it, though, as we always do here at Morning Coach. It's just weird having a holiday fall on a Monday, but hey, it's okay. We're going to make it happen. I don't know, New Year's might fall on that, too. I got to check and see. I haven't looked, but I have a feeling New Year's falls on a Monday, too. So it just throws us off a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. Life is great if we set that, set that intent. And that's really about what Morning Coach is about setting that intent. All right, so let's get into today and get it rocking and rolling today as we discuss embracing technology. Okay, before we get going into the content, thank you so much for listening. I know it takes time to listen to this, and it means so much to me that you're here. This is the free CoachCast I do on Mondays. And part of this is to educate you and let you know we have a wonderful Morning Coach membership site. There's so much going on over there. We have planners and coaching and organization. You're going to hear, you're listening this Monday. When you're ready, go over to morningcoach.com and get started. It is the best value in coaching in the world and online coaching. It will be life-changing if you commit to the system. That means getting up, listening in the morning, working on your planner, and we've got something big coming. It's a super secret 2024 that's even going to add even more to that. But the concept is to buy into our planning system. Understand that you can do things. You can achieve more. And a lot of times you just need the right structure and organization, and we're here with you 365 days of the year. You're not going to find it anywhere else. Planning system, get it done now. Structure, Sacred Six lifestyle, and intelligent life design. So much going on. Amazing people. Don't take it from me. Go over to morningcoach.com, get signed up, and go in the community and check out all the wonderful people around the world that are literally changing their lives. So all you got to do is go over to morningcoach.com, grab the planner. When we do launch and we have things going on, you'll get an email from us, and you can get involved with us at whatever level you want to. It's exciting. It's an exciting time to be alive. I'm glad you're here. Let's focus in on making 2024 the best year ever, and let's get you signed up. So we'll see you over at morningcoach.com. Now, back to the show. Okay, so technology is a wonderful thing. We have a lot of things happening in the world today. And, one of the big things is AI, right? It's really getting known. We started using AI 2 years ago. So it's pretty crazy. We were a little bit ahead of the game, as we are with most things. I mean, I started podcasting in 2005, into 2005, 2006, before anybody else was. We've had one of the first membership sites on the internet in 2009, and then we started using AI 2 years ago. So if you listen to Morning Coach, you're going to get little hints of things that are coming and things that are happening. AI is now obviously becoming pretty much everywhere, but people aren't really using it as much. But the technological companies are spending so much money on it because they know that eventually, like Google, for example, which is now a verb, people will probably use AI more. Once it gets more accurate and gets to the place, instead of going to Google, you'll go to ChatGPT or one of the other resources. Elon Musk, I was listening to him the other day. The reason that they really went after ChatGPT to grow it as fast as they have is because they wanted to compete with Google. So, there wasn't this just big monster organization out there that control the data. It makes sense, right? So they went in it and they've really started working on it. And it's really starting to apply in other areas, but it's having some unforeseen circumstances such as job loss, and it's taking over different aspects of people's life. And AI can be a great thing. Again, it's like any other tool. It just depends how you use it. It's like any drug, right? There's some great drugs out there that can really heal the body and do things for the body. But if they're abused, they can be horrible. They can be poisonous. So we have to look at what we're doing in our lives and make sure we're ahead of the game and know that we aren't going to be evolved out of something that is generating revenue for us. I was speaking with a guy that does public relations that had contacted me for some major media news. They want me to be on news. And it was funny because I've said, I've spent years teaching people not to get on or watch the news. I've said, stay away from the news. And that's just the way I am. I don't like the conditioning of the news. Now they're calling me to be on, which I thought was funny. But we were talking about why Morning Coaches existed as long as it has, and how we've been able to create community and how things work. And one of the reasons is because we've been able to evolve with things that are happening. We've been able to evolve as technology has changed. It's not always been the easiest, let me tell you. I mean, back when podcasting, we went to a membership site. We had to build all that tech ourselves. Cost us a lot of money. I made no money because I had to reinvest it back into our systems, but we were able to build that and really get it working. Now, like I said, AI is coming in. I don't think it'll ever replace real people and content and connection. We'll talk about that in a minute. But there are situations where it will start to make some changes in things that you can do. In fact, we've got a super secret thing we're working on that involves a bunch of different things, people too, but it is going to revolutionize the way people get things done. I'm excited about it because my whole objective here is one, now I have a major mission. If you're new, you haven't heard it, is to give everything away when I die to animals. Like that's what I want to do, is set up a trust and set up nonprofits that we take care of a lot of animals. So that kind of shifted one of my goals. But the other goal is to make the best system so that I can be a conduit, like that connection to you to become the best that you could possibly be, whether that's building a business, whether that's taking different foundational pieces of the system and really growing into you're living your best life. There's nothing that gives me more joy than seeing you have success. So in order to do that, we've got to stay up with the times. I got to stay up with the research. I got to stay up with everything that's going on in the world to make it better. And same thing with you. You can just plug in. One of the things I love about doing Morning Coach is you can plug into the research and things that I'm doing. And that's why listening is so important. You can't come every day, but the majority of the time, if you can come, you never hear when you're going to get a nugget of something that can be life-changing for you. I mean, I've had people with me 18 years, going on 19 years, and they'll still say, I heard something differently than you've said it before. And, we're always evolving. This system is about evolution. It's not about a static system. And so when I was talking to this PR person that they're like, man, we need this person to discuss some of this stuff, I was like, okay, I will discuss it. But part of the reason that we are here and we are getting ready to have the best year ever next year as we continue to grow is because we are evolving. There's nothing that is concrete. Just like life, you've got to be able to evolve. Just like our productivity systems and get it done now is the ability to move and change your system is very important with the understanding that we have the structure in place. Meaning right now we're planning, and you can plan any time, but for those of you that are here right now, this is a perfect time. Build your plan. We should be working on our mission right now. We should be working on our values. By the end of this week, I want you to have those mission and values together. By the end of next week, we should have the projects and the tasks and the goals. We should have all of that together in the next 2 weeks. So as we get into the new year, we're doing our grape ritual. We're doing our song of the year, and we are rolling into the new year in the next week or so. So with that system, though, there's some flexibility. There's inherent flexibility. My mother, who I love to death, obviously, that's one of the reasons I'm here at the retreat center in Indiana, just got diagnosed with some kidney issues. And she has a little tumor on there, and we found out it's cancerous, so they're going to have to take one of those kidneys away. Well, her mission changed. Like, she's now focused on health. She's got a great attitude. She's not changing much, but it's like, hey, let's take care of this situation. So in life, we need to be flexible in our structure, but we need some structure. We need something where we're going to go out and make it happen. It's like Victoria's book, right? Remember, we read the book last month, and we talked about how we could throw things out there and just allow life to happen. Well, that's something we can do too, and we can do that. We want serendipity, but the way it all occurs is to get that structure and that system in place. So as far as technology, there are some things you can do that can really help you. Reminders for me on the Mac is a great system of support. Our journaling is great, but with this caveat, I think it's important that when you're setting up your plan, that you do some writing. Most of the people that come on board, right, are using one of the devices, whether an iPad, Remarkable 2, paper and pencil, or, some other form of writing e-ink device. Those devices are great because they incorporate paper and pencil with a structured system. And that's where Get It Done Now really works, because you've got structure, but yet you can write, you can handwrite, which allows you to connect a little bit more to the feeling of it. Now, that might be an age thing, but I don't think so. I just think everybody that writes and connects, it gives you that left-right brain connection that's so important. Now, there are times to get away from tech. There's times when I like paper and pencil, and there's times when I don't want to do tech. And again, our system is set up. You can do it either way. You can do paper and pencil. It's okay. But there's some times that you need journaling and things like that. Now, we're bringing you some super secret things that are going to be amazing. Can't talk about it. Can't let the cat out of the bag, and I'm terrible at that because I just riff, and I got to keep myself back. I got a big note: do not talk. Right, so I'm trying to keep quiet about it, but it's exciting. It's exciting, but with that, it's based on using some technology. Okay, so and that's going to help. It's going to literally change lives around the world. But there are times when not to use technology. And again, one of those things would be journaling, I think, is a good time. Now, I type my journal. A lot of times I use the Remarkable 2, and I like to type. I pull a card every day. Not every day, but most days I pull a tarot card and say, okay, what should I do from a direction standpoint? Am I on the right path? And it just gives me some ideas, gets me thinking a little differently. Whether you believe it's spiritual or not doesn't matter. It's just kind of a different thought process for the day, which works for me. And I do like to type that into a journal. I do handwrite my daily structure and organization, and so that kind of takes me away, but I am using e-ink. We'll talk about this Wednesday, but I have chosen the Remarkable 2 as my planning device. That's all I use it for, planning and journaling. That's it. I don't use it for anything else, and I think that's important for me, right? It might not be for you, but Wednesday we're going to talk about you picking your system. But there are times when we got to get away from technology, and one of those times is meeting in person. I'm going to tell you that one of the key things is our meetups and also being able to meet in person. It changes the whole dynamic of everything in a relationship. And no matter how fast technology goes, no matter how good Zoom gets, no matter how good the connections get, meeting one-on-one, you just got to have that human connection. Okay, so that's something that we've got to make sure we manage and something we continue to do, and why I'm building the community stronger than it's ever been. I mean, I'm now envisioning bigger meetups, big gatherings, some retreats, things happening because we're starting to grow in so many areas. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm going to do a little travel. Looks like Australia is somewhere I want to go. Nick's there, Nicole, who's unbelievable, and Yvette. We've got some really awesome members in Australia. So really focusing on getting some in-person stuff too also. So just as you embrace technology, as you start embracing AI, and you start getting into some of the things that are happening, just remember that it is good once in a while to step out of the technology, do some journaling, do some painting, do some things that aren't technological, get out of nature. And then, getting around real human beings, I think, is still a critical component of things. It's really, really important. Okay, so today, embrace technology. Okay, that's the whole idea. Is I want you, as we go this week, as we work on your mission and we work on your values and we start to put that together, embrace that tech. Embrace it. And embrace listening to CoachCast every day. Embrace getting in the community and trying to figure out how to use the app. Look, videos and tutorials are coming. Okay, there's a lot happening. But the main things, especially if you're new, get here, listen to CoachCast. Okay, embrace that technology. Grab your planner. Embrace the planning technology. Get your system in place by the end of this week, so we know what we're doing in 2024. And then all the, ancillary things that we do, whether it's courses, whether it's the meetups, or whether it's the community, spend some time in those things so that you get the most ROI on your time and your energy so that you can live your best life. At the end of the day, that's all I care about. It doesn't even matter about the systems. It matters that you structure something that works for you so that you are waking up and living your best life. I know sometimes I just need to hear the CoachCast. I listen to it. Sometimes I just need somebody to say, hey, you're on the right path. Nicole, years ago, as we were working on, last year, as we were working on kind of my branding, one thing she said is it's about certainty. And that's what Get It Done Now does. It gives you certainty that you are moving in the right way. You're going in the right direction. All right, so let's get out there and have a fantastic day. It's the start of the week. Lots of love to you. It's going to be amazing. Just take it step by step. Don't get in any hurry. Remember, number 4, always have patience. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow right here as we get into the book on morningcoach.com. Go have a phenomenal day.